Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from somewhere in this world, and we're back to continue our playthrough of Total War Attila featuring the Medieval Kingdoms 1212 AD mod. Pretty much we left off ready to start a new turn. That's just what we're going to do, and while we're at it, we're going to keep our eye on the army from Dijon to see where they're headed and see what they're up to. And we'll see on the other side of the turn unless something fun and interesting pops up mid-turn. All right, the County of Toulouse, once again, it's been a little while since he's requested this. I'm starting to think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, I still want to keep that door open in case I want to start expanding down and uniting and making the Iberian Peninsula part of our home. Not exactly something that maybe was normally looked at for the Kingdom of England, but it's something I want to keep that door open to, so we're going to decline. All right, the Upstabloom League has decided they've had enough war with us. In fact, they offer peace payments to make peace with us, and I'm inclined to accept it and take the money because I really have no desire to physically go to war with them. So let's accept it. In fact, let's just see. Ooh, likelihood of success is high. We're going to see if we can't demand a little extra money from them. Make some profit off of this. We'll go with 1,800 and see what they think about that. The chance of success low. Let's back out of that one. Yeah, so it looks like we'll step up to 1,300. That's a moderate chance. Let's see if they'll go for the peace now. And they've accepted the offer.
You and your people show honor to rival that of any modest man.
I guess they're starting to fear our power as it slowly grows. That they were willing to pay for peace before we turned our attentions to them. And what do we have? Call to arms. The Duchy of Greater Poland. And we have the Holy Roman Empire as the defender. So I guess we will be at war with Poland. Not that they're anywhere nearby or close to worry about. So we'll support Holy Roman Empire one more time. All right, we have been besieged. Although I think the County of Toulouse may have come over. This time instead of sieging, they moved over their siege attempt on Lyon. And I believe, once again, the County of Toulouse kicked them away. Yeah, it ended. They got kicked out again. I saw that real quick between turns. We also have... Okay, so there's the army just is no more now. Finally, the County of Toulouse helped us out, but we do have one more little remnant force over here that can try sieging, but if the County of Toulouse is out here, I'm not worried. The other thing I do not see... There's an army over here. I did not notice where it may have gone. What I did notice down here, however, is the Holy Roman Empire came in, and the County of Toulouse forced the kingdom of the French kingdom to stop their siege, as meager as it was, of Lyon. And then it was actually the Holy Roman Empire that made an appearance to knock them off the map. So that was kind of fun mid-turn. Things going on. So we have our peace over here. We've encountered the Duchy of Greater Poland. Not that we'll ever meet them in person. And we are now at war with them. And we have finished the demolition down in Vienne. Let's take a look at how our forces are looking down here. And they're healing well along the way. I also want to take a look at what will happen down here if we move our forces out. A lot of negative influences by moving our army out right at the moment. I don't know what the events are that make it -10. But there's some extra factors contributing to negative public order. So I think what we're going to do, we have a decent income up at 9,000 for this turn. I think what I'm going to do is look at promoting a governor down here, see if we have somebody available. Or perhaps maybe what I'll do is I'll see if I have a governor... an existing governor, trade them out, transfer them over, and then put the other governor in their place. one that's good at public order to help us out down here in Vienna until things get under control. So hang on, I'm going to take a look around, see if there's an appropriate governor to either hire or transfer over that would fit the bill here. Okay, I found a governor I think I want to see about moving. I don't know, this has been a while since I've done this, so I don't know how long the process will be to get them moved over, but let's take a look. William down in Sussex, if you take a look at his abilities, he's got the maxed out public order perks promoted to already. So that's what I'm thinking I will do. The public order in London is not a high positive, but it's in decent shape, so we can get things under control with a new governor. If there is any public order issues when we pull William out. That long story all made sense now. Let's take a look at the process of getting William out of here. He's in Sussex. And removing him from office, I don't know if that makes him unavailable for a turn to put right back in somewhere else. We're about to find out. We're about to learn something about this game here. So he's traveling for a turn, so it will be another turn. So we're going to keep the army down there in Vienna until he can get over there. In the meantime, I will hire a new governor. And I'm looking at Mark, age 34. He's a patron. He will help wealth from any cultural buildings that happen to be in London. Not that I think there's a lot of that going on in London right now, but we can make that a focus perhaps with him as the new governor. So Mark, let's get you down to Sussex and spend the 2,200 to put you in place. There we go. I'm going to take a quick look at Sussex now that he's there, as our public order is -5 without the positives that we had built up with the old guy. But we'll see if we can't get that in order or back in shape here soon enough when he starts getting his promotions. We can afford some negative influences here for a little while because we've built up some positive order, so I'm not concerned about that. And then next turn, we just have to remember to get our new governor assigned down here, William. It's not going to kill me to keep these guys here one more turn to heal and keep the positive vibes going on here too. Our public order will also be in the positive at the time we leave, so we can afford a little negative influence until things turn around there also. So since I don't know exactly where the army from Dijon went, in fact, for all I know, it went back to Dijon, freaked out by who knows what. Maybe our victory scared him off. He decided to get out of our lands, or I don't know, maybe he's hiding out in the forest somewhere. I don't know if that is a thing in this game, to be able to hide and do an ambush like it is in Three Kingdoms. We're about to find out. I can't recall. Certain things you just don't know until you do them, because they don't happen every day. Rather than scout up to Dijon with my priest, we're going to bring him down here to help out with some public order. We're also losing public order, which should lessen in Lyon shortly. But let's bring our priest down here for the moment to help our public order a little bit. There we go. He's inspiring the populace as we speak. So our positive public order will be in good shape, at least for a turn, until we move the army out. Let's take a look there at our pop-ups. Yeah, nothing new to worry about. We've moved our priest. We got the Fist of the Father staying put, and we got the Lights of Absolution that are fortified and recruiting, so we aren't ready to move them yet. So this is kind of a turn to rebuild. So the last thing I really need to look at is, are there any buildings I need to build, or that I can build, or that I can upgrade? And so I'm going to look around the map and see if there's anything. We're kind of stifled here until we get some research done. We can't improve any of these buildings in London, or we can't even get a new slot until there's more growth down here. But anyway, I'm not going to make y'all watch me as I go around from city to city taking a look at what I want to build, but I will come back and let you know what I've decided. All right, just a quick note in Lyon. I'm actually not going to do any building here at the moment, but we have a -4 public order. I do not have a governor that we're going to be putting down here, at least short term that I'm thinking about. However, 2 of the instability is temporary, so the base -2 is all it is, but we're due to have some growth soon. So I'm thinking once we gain our next building slot here, I'm going to do a public order style building, that way alleviating the need to put a governor here that we don't have available right now. Now we'll take a look at a few other places and we'll be right back. Down here in VN, where we just conquered, we're going to continue dismantling the Jewish community down here and go with a different building in the meantime. That also will help our public order once we've done that, and that is an issue down here temporarily. And down in Bordeaux, as a reminder, we have a leprosarium that we can't upgrade to a physician for, what, 3 more turns till we get that tech. So we're playing a little crapshoot here on the squalor to hopefully we won't see a disease outbreak like we've been having up in York. All right, in Paris, we're having a bit of an issue all of a sudden. We just built the leprosarium there, but yet the sanitation seems to be deteriorating here. So I think what I'm going to have to do temporarily is bring down the fairground to help with a little bit of squalor that's bringing us. I don't want to take away the wheat fields because we'll take a hit on lack of food that this provides, and I don't want to unfortunately convert the basilica to the Catholic buildings that help with sanitation because I need every little bit of this public order. So really the only temporary short-term move I can take is to downgrade the fairgrounds temporarily. We also are very close to the next level of growth here. So we'll get another slot here and we'll see what might be able to help us out at that point there. So for now, I'm going to knock down and go down to the lower level of fairground. So what's happening, I think, in a lot of these cities and why my sanitation is all of a sudden plummeting is if you take a look, we don't have the ability to increase to a larger city size and spread out a bit. So our population density has gotten very high, which is take a big negative hit to our squalor. And that's why all of a sudden we're having a lot of these problems with sanitation and squalor. This technology of ours to get up to the physician can't come soon enough. And then what I may have to do on our future tech after that, I may have to look at certain techs that allow us to increase sizes of some of our different settlements that are struggling to help lower the density. So that's something to keep in our radar also. And by the way, when I was talking about squalor, I was centered on Rouen, but the city we were actually looking at was Paris. So it's not Rouen, just so you don't think Rouen all of a sudden went bad. It did not. The density there is low, hence the squalor is not bad. Okay, there's really nothing else I'm going to build or do at this point. York, having the squalor is making them have a hit on public order, but that's a temporary hit, so public order is not an issue here. What we will need to do at some point here, though, is get the next level of building upgraded so we can lower our population density, which currently is moderate, and it'll just continue to get worse little by little. All right, with all that looked at, let's just double check, make sure there's no factions that have popped up that we might be able to trade with. And there is one, because we just made peace with them. So let's get down there and see if we can strike a deal.
Welcome, but expect scant pleasantries.
Well, the chances, yeah, the chances apparently are still low. They harbor some resentment apparently with us being at war, even as temporary as it was. So we'll try to remember to check back with them next turn, see if that starts deteriorating. And we should be ready for our next turn. Let's keep an eye down on Dijon again to see if that army makes an appearance down in this area. And we'll move on ahead to the next turn. We'll see you on the other side. We have a new edict in Sussex to put out that I missed, so let's go take care of that. We definitely can use it there. In fact, it may temporarily be the public order edict that we issue up here just to help the new governor. Well, I don't see the public order edict available right now. So we're going to cancel this edict and move on. Oh, there it is. Public order. Empower local ruler. So that's the one we want to do. There we go. All right, we'll take the next turn. We'll see you on the other side. Let me just recenter down here, so we can try keeping an eye on Dijon. Well, I'm afraid not. I am afraid not. Not time for the non-aggression pact now that we're building an army to consolidate the island, so we will decline.
An alliance would truly benefit us all and keep enemies suitably awed. Will you move to meet us on this?
No, you're sensing the threat of all of the above. In fact, they want me to pay for this non-aggression pact. Nope. All right. Looks like we got one of those population surpluses we were talking about. Let's go find out where it is. Both in Wessex and Normandy. Not exactly the two places we were hoping to get them in before some others, but we got them. So let's go take a look at Wessex. See if there's anything pressing to build. Our income is amazing at 18,000. We can build what we want at this point. In fact, what we'll probably just do is rather than work with the undeveloped land, we may just go with increasing the city size. Population density is very low. There's no great urgency to do that other than the sanitation benefits it gives us for further growth that we might make. So let's just look at Normandy to make sure there's not a higher priority. We have our fields, we have our Catholic priority that helps with sanitation. We may go with the leprosarium here. Sanitation is still good, but we can then easily start promoting our docks and getting the income back in order over here. So let's first of all start out with some sanitation with the leprosarium over here, and let's start increasing our docks at the same time. The change in squalor should hopefully cancel each other out, and we do have some room to maneuver being in the positive sanitation wise, so I think we can do both at the same time right now. All right, Bohemia has negotiated peace with the Duchy of Greater Poland. We've demolished our fairground in Paris. That will hurt some income for us, but let's see how much, if any, the squalor has changed. Still pretty high at -3, but better than it was. And we've demolished the building down here. We're actually in the positive with us being here. We're barely negative here. What we can do before we forget down in Vienna is let's assign the governor down there that we were waiting for, William. So William, because I have more than one William, I got to make sure I choose the William that's not assigned anywhere right now. This is not the one. Maybe it's this guy here. Oh, it says he's just a statesman now. So I think we have found the William we're looking for. And he's going down, down, down to Dauphine. Oh, maximum number of governors. I thought I had one spare. Well, we may look at William in Essex. Move him out at this point. Because I like he's a good governor, so... Let me ponder this for a moment. It does not pay to lose track of the quantity of governors. I had it in the back of my mind that we had an extra governor opening, and not realizing we had filled it in the past. Well, William eventually will be a decent commanding officer for an army if I ever get to the point where I need another army. So having him temporarily parked isn't going to be the worst thing in the world. At least he has a provost position to help with his loyalty. He's probably not feeling good about being taken out as governor. We may find out and see if maybe there's a army we can give him. Let's go take a look at what our ability. We do have the ability to build more armies also, so we're going to have to keep that in the back of our minds. Nice thing I just noticed standing here is we have a promotion for Edmund down here. Let's go see what we can have him improve on. Natural gift, rhetoric for spreading religion. Inspire populace, we can increase that, so he will add public order to our populace. Good timing on that one. That's the first skill we're going to take. And what else can we work on? Authority, there's some more inspiring down here somewhere. That's inspiring troops. That's different. So in the meantime, we're going to just go with natural gift and improve our success chances when we do move into other endeavors. And there's his promotions. So we're in much better shape here. I'm kind of thinking at this point now, I will be moving the army out. Let's see what kind of a hit we're going to take when that happens. It's going to take out 21, so we're going to be at -7 once I do that. The good thing is maybe we can add something here that will help our public order, and the town barracks can be a good, quick, temporary fix to that. It will take away some food consumption for us, but we are bountiful and we are positive in what we produce. But how much food would that take? A little more than we have, so that would also counter the public order. Let's see if there's some less food necessary public order. Well, we can always go with the Catholic chapel to build public order that way. And we have the city square option for increasing public order. Let's go look at that building chain real quick. The noble domain may be a way to pick up some public order and increase our food a little bit, except it lowers our tax rate. That increases squalor, which is not good down here. So does the spirits maker. So tavern and spirits maker aren't. Now this, but that always takes food consumption too, and that takes even more than the other option. I think we're going to go with the church building as the best way to do it temporarily. And I may just hang this army out one more turn. There's an army from the Holy Roman Empire, but we are allies, so I'm not concerned. Is there a promotion down here? No. We're replenishing. That's what that little symbol means, I believe. Our army up here just has 2 more turns till we are recruited. We'll decide then if we want to pick up any quicker, cheaper units. We probably may have the strongest units we'll be able to bring on, and I don't know what if the noble population will support more hires. We'll take a look at that shortly. But even with an army at this strength, we seem to be matching up pretty well to the forces we're seeing out there. If I do recall, they could have another force down here, and this is just a smaller forward force in Edinburgh. So yeah, so at this point, I'm not looking to build any more in the short term. We're going to hang on with any more building construction. And let me just have a look around and make sure there's nothing else I'm missing. Uh-oh, public order has just taken a hit. Kindness is a weakness. His trait has been gained. He's gained the harsh trait. So we've lost some public order. That's going to affect us all around a little bit too. Shame on you, John. So the public order is not a disaster in London. It currently is just a -1. Hopefully he'll get promoted soon enough and be able to start addressing public order on his own. And then just as a quick note, I said I'd touch back to see if we we've had the ability to trade with the Upstalsboom League, and that's a big no. Our relations are deteriorating and they're already bad, so we'll probably never get to the point unless I want to pay pay way more than it's worth to try and get a trade agreement here. So we'll probably pass on that and won't keep checking in anymore for a while. So I think what we'll do is actually, since we have William hanging out and he will be somebody I eventually will promote to a generalship, is let's take, even though whoops, wrong province. Let's take our army. We'll take the negative hits. It's going to be rough for a little while, but then we will recruit at least William as a general down here. Maybe give him a few token small units to help with offset public order a little bit. We got the funds to do it now. We might as well do that, and then we can not be sitting around too much longer and get William on the move up north towards Dijon. See if we can put eyes to that army that's up here and make things happen that way. So William, get a moving. We'll start out with a move first off to Lyon.
Set up the watch.
And obviously that's going to help us, just having you parked there on your trek north. We'll move out again after the winter, so we don't have to worry about any kind of winter attrition. And then down here, let's see if we can't raise a force. And there is William, ready and waiting.
Ready for battle.
Let's move you in here.
I want hourly patrols.
And right now we're at a -5, or we're -4, so it's not hideous as far as the public order at the moment. The way it's working, change per turn is -5, and if we are able to recruit just a little bit down here, perhaps we can offset that a little bit with a few cheap units. Basically, longbowmen to start. Why not?
Sign up, lads, for a good and glorious life. It is a great and glorious thing to serve your people.
All right, I think that's it for this turn. Let's once again, we'll center down here, keeping our eyes on Dijon but we now have a freed up army to move north. Should they make an appearance again. Otherwise, they may have pulled back into their city, and we'll have another battle up that way. We'll find out. We shall find out. We'll see you on the other side of this turn.
I am certain that with your famed wisdom, you can see that we benefit from your friendship, and you from ours.
Yeah, we'll decline the non-aggression pacts right now. Not really worried about you declaring war on myself.
You have brought this on yourselves. Your people will curse your name when rivers run red with their blood.
Well, Switzerland looks to the canton of Schweiz. Looks like they decided to declare war on us. They just don't learn. Didn't you just see what happened to the Dauphine of Vienne? I guess we'll call my allies to help once again. They've been reliable, at least in coming to war, if not moving against my my war targets. We'll see. And they have joined me.
We do not ask much, merely a contribution towards the legions, those trusty guarantors of peace for all.
Well, I do like the idea of a non-aggression pact here. I have no desire to expand down the Italian peninsula right away. But I'm not going to pay for it, that's for dang sure. So let's see what they feel without a payment. No, we're still not going to pay 800.
These men remember with fondness those who help fund such tastes.
Now they want me to join a war
Would this accord
against
with your
France.
plans?
No. This is going in the wrong direction. One more try. Third time's a charm. Non-aggression pact.
Our generals stand ready. When would you like us to attack these perfidious foes?
You guys are just a little bit too stubborn. You don't get the hit. No. All right, so that little token 1 or 2 unit army has besieged Orléans. Jeez, so my income is probably taking a hit because of that. I've lost that city, but I don't know if I have the time, and the Holy Roman Empire has a force they've sent over this way, so maybe they're going to help me out with the French and take care of them, since the County of Flanders has gone back to their own home. So the County of Toulouse is at war with the Kingdom of Norway. Let's see if Norway finally battles somebody for a change, huh? Well, Norway has disappeared. They were plundering down here for a while, but who knows where they are these days. We have peace between Castile and the Marinid Sultanate, and war declared against us, and we know about that. The Leprosarium has been built in Normandy, and we've constructed a tavern in Essex. Oh, so let's go take a look up in Essex now that we're thinking about it. Maybe we can do some recruiting of some agents, possible. And we do have the possibility for an assassin. So we're gonna give some new agents a try right now. He's a legend, morale for training all recruits, so he might be possibly good to put in there where we're hiring new troops. And he is a scout. So we're going with Edward. We're going to hire.
Salve! How can I help?
And we're going to see if we can get ourselves also a spy. Feline reflexes, a watchman, and watchman campaign spotting. Plus 25% for the local province versus feline reflexes, chance of being wounded after failure. So we'll go with Hubert.
I am yours to
and we'll have some fun with them hired now. We got a bunch of new household individuals. Where did we gain a physician? Adam? Oh, that's down. Adam's down in Rouen, so that's just going to help their sanitation even more. Master Mason by Hubert. And a cook has been gained by Adam, which helps with commanded army integrity. We'll see if that cook is available to assign to somebody else. So our army is actually in good shape up here with the king. I was thinking maybe I needed to put the king with the cook, but his integrity is going in the right direction now that there's no plague as a part of his army. So let's take a look at William, and then I think his is in good shape. In fact, he may already have a cook.
We hunger for battle.
In fact, he does. So we'll go down to William with our newest army, and we may just provide him with a cook himself, since he is new with the army. Plus 10 for his commander's unit, and I think right now having a cook and helping our integrity is more important. Yeah. And maybe we have some good charge or defensive bonus. So we'll go with charge bonus, give him a lance also, since he's now commanding an army. Let's take a look at Adam over in Rouen, see what kind of promotions he could use. We've done the public order thing, so obviously that's not important anymore, so we're just going to go straight down to improving our tax rate, especially now that we're building up the port again, so we can afford to use a higher tax rate down here. Except this is William. I don't want William. We want Adam. Oh, here we are. So I take that back. Let's take a look at public order before I do anything silly. Public order is positive. So is that. So I think the choice still stands. We're going to go with tax rate, and I can hit it twice to improve the tax rate where we're increasing and improving our port. That's a good move right now. Let's take ourselves... we're recruiting, so I can't take us out of Fortify. I was going to try and take us out of Fortify just to see what my range was to get up to Edinburgh, but we'll have to hold off another turn on that. There is something of an inconvenience that happened down here. That remnant little army of France has decided to besiege his army of 4. As hardly anybody is besieging Orleans. I wish there was a way to sally forth with my garrison somehow and just take care of them that way. Because I really don't want to send up this whole army just to deal with that threat. But if I did that, it would knock them out of the way once and for all now, wouldn't it? So I guess we're going to have to take a slight detour and do that.
For death and honor!
And we couldn't quite reach him. He's able to run off.
Kill the cowards!
Ah, ha, ha, ha. We caught up to him after all. Didn't look like we'd be able to, and I'd be stuck chasing down this little remnant of an army, but it worked out. We're just going to do an auto-resolve here to try and finally, once and for all, get rid of them. And we're going to go aggressive because we want to get rid of them. Every last one. Finally. At last. I'd say kill the captives, but we'll take on anybody we can.
Advance.
All right, has that finally gotten rid of France, perhaps? Kingdom. Faction destroyed Kingdom of France. That's what I was looking for. We don't have to worry about any of these jokey little sieges from remnant armies anymore. Let's go look at Orleans, and even with those few men, we have to pay for silly little repairs. Annoying, annoying, annoying. But it wasn't that expensive. Overall, I guess. Ooh, William has gained a longbow after that attack, and I want to take a look and see if William, because that'll increase. Does he already have? He may already have a longbow, as a matter of fact. But let's find out.
Ready for orders.
Yes, he already does have a longbow. So maybe that can be served up here now that we're going to be going on the attack very shortly up by our king over here.
Commander.
Armor for the commander's unit. Let's see if you have the longbow available. Yeah, we're going to go with anything that can buff up our amazing longbows. We're going to get that switched out up here. It'll be interesting next turn when we gain some
At your command.
some longbowmen down here, if that impacts, or how much that will impact the public order down here. I'll be curious to find out. And now, after finally getting rid of France, we're going to be heading on the road to Dijon with William's army. All right, so I've looked around. There's nothing else I'm really going to do. No more money to spend, anything like that. It's kind of frustrating that we haven't been able to come across any battles yet on this mission, but we're getting close. Let's take our next turn. We will have the army up in the islands ready to get going pretty soon. We're finally free of the little French annoyance that we have going. We're going to move this William's army over to Dijon, and we're going to slowly build this one up, hopefully to react to the Canton, which is very close to us, that declared war on us in case he makes a move towards us. It's nice to have at least a little extra token force down here, even though he's only being built at the moment to combat public order. So we're going to take next turn. We'll see you on the other side.
We consider it wise to seek cooperation between us, to the hopeful ruination of our mutual foes. And you?
And you? The answer is no, as it has been all along. I wish he had a Scottish accent.
I respectfully request that we cooperate fully in opposing our many enemies and rivals.
Yeah, you're at war with Norway now. I don't think you have anything to fear. He just declares war and then leaves. So we're going to decline. Okay, Adam, he has been blessed with a son. Look at that. One of our governors has given birth. A worthy bride. One of your subjects has recently become infatuated and wishes to marry his intended. Shall their union be allowed to continue? I can give my blessing and lose a little control. And let's just see how she looks. She's going to give him some nice influence. He's very loyal. I think I'm just going to go ahead and give him my blessing. We've gained a tutor, so we've added research rate faction-wide if we use the tutor. We'll take a look at that one. Oh, we gained scholasticism, so our physician is now ready also. So we have some physicians' offices in a few areas where we're battling our squalor that we'll be able to build. Some big news right in front of your eyes has happened on this turn. So we've gone from a very passive and quiet turn to one in which a lot may happen, because we have William's army over here that can maybe reach over here. And fortunately, this army of the Canton is not within reinforcement range. However, we might get help and aid from passing by Holy Roman Empire army if we are close enough to reach, and it's going to be very, very close. So we may have gone a stretch without too many battles. I think that's all about to change very soon. And as we move up here, do we have one more turn? Is my army up here ready to move yet? My army up north is ready to move, and guess what? Let's just do this and take him to normal stance, and we can reach a target up here also. So really what we're looking at is a bunch of battles coming up, and what I think we'll do is if I do a battle now, this will be really a long episode. So I'm thinking, let's do this. We're going to have 2 battles coming up very soon, and I apologize, I don't like to often have an episode without a nice battle, other than that silly little auto-resolve. That doesn't really count. But next time, what I'll promise is we will find a way to squeeze in more than one battle next time to kind of make up for this episode, and see if we can't fix things up that way. So basically what I'm saying is I think we're getting near. So we've finished our recruitment all around. Let's take a look at the public order down here. I'm curious. It's now even with those forces that we gained. So just those few units have helped with the public order down here. We'll probably continue with some more recruiting down here now we have the Canton coming into the mix. Next turn, or next episode, we will find out for sure if we can reach this turn or next turn, but we will, I guarantee, next time have 2 battles, because I know we will have a siege coming up north for Scotland, and I'm not going to take the time to recruit anymore. I'm going to say we can do it with the forces we got, and hopefully I'm right. We don't have maybe quite as many longbowmen as I would prefer for a siege in a battle up north, but we have some definitely strong troops to help us out potentially here on the siege and battle. So let me know what you think. Are we doing the right thing here? But that's the plan for next time. Thanks for bearing with me on this episode. It was a lot of preparation for what's to come. And do me a favor, hit me out, like or dislike, leave me a comment, and hope to see y'all next time. I really do appreciate y'all taking the time to watch these videos. Y'all have a great one.